It's more confusing than Inception, harder than an erection. It's cooler than Andre 3000. Oh, let's get ready for Sweet Connection.
Hello and welcome to Sweet Connections. I'm your host, Catters. With me today, Jason Lewis.
Football's coming home. It's coming home. It's coming. All right.
See, that was the joke at the last tournament, but it still seems to be the joke now, doesn't it?
It's been the joke since every tournament since, it came out in 96.
But I remember distinctly at the last World Cup, that was when football coming home was trending because we were actually doing very well. England were doing very well.
Even if we didn't win, football came home.
So, obviously.
Gareth Southgate is inside all of us.
So, the Euros, that started the other day.
Yeah.
England won our first game yesterday. I watched that.
Against the team that beat us in the World Cup.
In the semi-finals. So. We beat them 1-0.
Fuck them, the dirty croats.
No, they're okay, to be fair.
Yeah, it's lovely, lovely country.
Yeah.
Did it pick it up?
Of course it picks it up. Just for our listeners, obviously you can't see, but Jason is drinking out of a pint glass shaped like a boot.
Which I bought you.
Which you bought me on the show, I think.
Secret Santa.
And because it's shaped like a boot, when you drink from it, the air bubbles in the toe of the boot, and it's very difficult to drink from. And very distracting, so please don't drink too much for it in the show.
Yeah, it was quite a thoughtful present I brought you.
What did I get you?
Do you remember what you bought me?
No. What did I get you?
Gay erotica.
Oh, I did! Oh, yeah, but that featured on the show quite heavily.
Yeah, we proper milked that, didn't we?
We got some good.
Literally,
we got some good content out of that. And then the last thing I did with that book is that I shot it with an arrow, and it was surprisingly arrow-proof.
That's the last time. Shot-proof.
Yeah,
shot-proof.
Yeah, I shot my load into that book.
It's the last time we had anything decent on the show, and that was about 2 years ago.
It was because this year in August it will be 3 years of the show.
Yeah, I've moved house.
And in October, it will be 3 years of you on the show.
Yeah, I've moved house 3 times since we've done the show.
Oh, yeah. Speaking of house moving. Because obviously, it's been a while since our last show. And I was so optimistic last show about my house sale, which was going very well. Very well indeed. Jason, what happened next, Jason?
Somehow, the sale might have fallen through.
The sale fell through.
However... So,
weirdly, we told you, didn't we? Because on the first time it fell through, that time was worse because that time, as I said on the show, I had half an hour in between getting the house that we're moving into for the price that I wanted, and then having that dashed by you telling me that our buyer is pulled out. So actually, that was worse. This one wasn't as bad because we got so far through it, which is annoying. We were literally at the final gate. We literally got the contracts in the post the following day. Obviously, they'd pulled out by then, but we literally had the contracts signed. So had that not cancelled, we could be moving like today or moving this week, possibly. It doesn't matter. So we told you what was going through your mind. Because to be honest, I wasn't actually as disappointed. I mean, I was disappointed, but I wasn't as sad as I was.
As a typical salesperson, I was absolutely fuming, but I was very confident because, I was on the... I don't know. I was very annoyed, and I was like, right, I need to sell this quickly. I need to find the right person.
Yeah.
And to be fair,
I will give you your credit.
Same day or the next day.
Literally the next day.
Literally the next day, I got you $6.5 more.
Yep.
So
that was very handy. And
that's a good bit of compensation.
So I mean,
annoyingly, I'd done a fixed fee for you, so whatever I set it for, it didn't bother me. But I'm sure that brown envelope with pound notes in it will be nice and big on moving day for me.
You know what? I'll give you some of my homebrew beer as a thank you.
As a punishment.
Or I can not give some of you my homebrew beer, which in a way is a reward.
That's the best present you could have given me. That's better than gay erotica.
Not giving you my beer. So in the end, although technically it's the third time my house has been sold because the house fell through the first time, but
I resold it before the board was changed.
You did, because obviously there is a sold sign in the front garden of our house, and technically you sold the house, you resold the house before the sign man came to change it from sold to full sale. So you beat the sign man.
Yeah. So we've done all right.
We did good.
Each time it's fallen through, we've got you more money.
We have more money. So again, let's just keep doing that and just keep adding more money to it.
Yeah, well, actually, to be fair to you, you got 12,500 off your house that you're buying, and then you got 100% for your house. So
That's good.
That's a good bit of business for you.
Yeah, I was really happy that I got the house that we bought for that price. That was a fucking steal in a way. But anyway, let's move on to that. So, what have you been up to for the past few weeks?
I need to start keeping a diary. Because you asked me this, and
you have to write stuff down like I do. I've got loads of topics to talk about this week.
Let's be honest, I'm not as dedicated to the show as you are. I just turn up for something to do. I've been being a parent.
That doesn't count. Anyone can be a parent.
Went to the zoo.
Did you?
What zoo?
Which
zoo?
That's a good zoo.
Yeah.
Has it changed much in the years?
No, not really.
I've never heard anything bad about Colchester Zoo.
Exactly.
Everyone likes Colchester Zoo.
Yeah, no, it's all right. Arthur.
Were you with Arthur, or was it just you going by yourself?
No, I'm with my child. We've also taken Arthur to the farm several times.
Jimmy's farm?
No, the farm in the next village. In Trimley.
Oh, Gosling Farm.
Yeah, that's the one.
Oh, where you can pick strawberries.
And there's got sheep and cows and stuff there.
Oh, yeah.
They let Arthur in the enclosure.
That sounds like a bad idea.
That's all right.
Sheep are dangerous.
Yeah,
they headbutt you.
Well, he cuddles them and he gives them the hay. The problem with that was when we went to the zoo, he wanted to go in every animal enclosure. Literally every animal.
You had to explain to him, if you went in the lion enclosure, that would not end well.
Daddy, look, lions, they're so cute. Arthur, go in? It's like, no, mate. No.
Trust me, they're not cute up front, all right?
Daddy, gorillas, Arthur, go in? Let me tell you a story about the gorillas, mate. # rest in peace, Harambe. That's a throwback, isn't
Just be like, no, not again.
Get the tranquilizer dart ready.
I think, if you had to be dropped into either the lion or the gorilla enclosure, you definitely pick the gorilla enclosure, wouldn't you?
Oh, yeah, 100%.
Because at least you might be able to, because they're intelligent enough to be like, what the fuck is this guy?
Out of all the enclosures, I would much prefer to be dropped into the meerkat enclosure.
They're vicious, though.
Yeah, but they're quite
They'd fuck you up. They'd fuck you big time.
Yeah, they'd find me a good deal on my car insurance, though, wouldn't they?
That's a joke specific to just the UK. We like it, though. We like overly specific jokes.
Yeah.
But, yeah. Well, that's good.
Toasted tea cakes, eh?
What?
Specific jokes.
Toasted tea cake? I don't know what you mean.
Oh, fuck off. Move on.
I don't know. That's
Have you ever had a black pudding?
No. Black pudding is like the congealed blood, isn't it?
Yeah. Do you want to try it?
Nope.
No, I really want to try it, but I'm too scared to get it when I go for a fry it.
Okay.
Stayed in a hotel, actually.
So if I had said yes, then we'd have gone out for breakfast together. You don't need me to go out to have breakfast.
What I needed you to do was tell me what it tasted like to let me know whether I should have got it or not. But I stayed in a hotel, went to Portsmouth, stayed in a hotel.
Oh yeah, how was Portsmouth?
Yeah, alright, to be fair. It's fucking hot. It's about as hot as it is today.
It's been really hot the past few weeks. Well, the past week or so.
But it's
past
incredible.
2 weeks.
Stayed at Premier Inn, and I'm staying in a hotel in over a year.
Premier Inns are great.
Yeah, air-conditioned rooms. I had a bath.
Did you?
Yeah.
I haven't had a bath in years.
Yeah, you do smell like you haven't had a bath.
Oh, that's the obvious joke, Jason.
Yeah, other than that, what else have I done? Played squash. I played squash 4 or 5 times now.
Have you?
Yeah.
Good.
I'm all right at it. We need to play just so you can see how good I actually am. I'm going tomorrow, but I'm going with my brother-in-law tomorrow.
What time are you going?
7:40.
I'm at is that at Brackenbury?
Yeah.
I'm at Brackenbury playing badminton with work at that time.
No.
I am.
Are you really?
We start at 7 to 8.
You have to sneak in and watch me how I am.
Yeah, well, 7:40 I'll still be playing though.
No.
I don't think that'll... What, so 7:40 till 8:20?
Yeah.
I might be able to see you at the end, though.
Yeah.
Definitely. Yeah.
Nice.
That'll be good. That'll be good, yeah. We can see each other not doing the podcast. How weird would that be?
Never done that before.
Yeah. I'll bring the microphones.
I'll bring the laughter, because you don't have any.
Whatever. So, that's good.
What about you? What have you been up to?
Someone from my work is doing a charity boxing event.
I hope he loses.
That's not the position of the show. We are saying we want him to win, and he has turned to me to help train him up to do boxing.
Do you know about boxing?
I don't, but I've got a punch bag. No. He gets
more qualified than me.
He gets actual boxing training twice a week. But on top of that, I said you can come round to my house and we can do some drills on the punch bag. He also brings like spare pairs of gloves and headgear, so we literally do some light sparring in the garden. So,
I need you to train me up
so if one of our neighbours was just like having a look through their bedroom window, they'd just see these 2 big lumps just smashing the shit out of each other.
I guess he's a bit big. You're tiny.
Hilarious. But no, that's been going really well. So fingers crossed he wins. Although because he had to pick his nickname today, and I spent a lot of time coming up with some alternative nicknames, right? Because he went with Will the Warrior, right? Okay. Which is fine, there's nothing wrong with that. But because he used to work in a bar, I want to pitch a few of them to you, right? So, Will Last Round Right. That's good, because last round in a pub, last round, right? The Tequila Slammer, Will
nice.
Right. Yeah. Or, my favourite one, Will the Jaeger Bomber. Right. Nice. Now, I wanted to go for that one, but we had a vote at work, and people selected Will the Warrior.
Nah, that's rubbish. The middle one of your suggestions is the best one.
Yeah.
How about Will the Slippery Nipple?
You can't just name cocktails and drinks. It has to fit in.
Sex on the beach.
It has to be something to do with boxing. But
Screwdriver.
There's no screwdrivers in boxing, as far as I'm aware.
Oh, right.
But no, it's been going well. So his fight is in a few weeks' time. So I'll be going.
Who's
naturally. He does it. It's someone in his class, because it's a charity thing. Yeah. It isn't like done properly with proper weight classes. Well, yeah, I've paid money for a ticket, which is going to charity.
Is he fighting Logan Paul?
I can confirm he is fighting either Logan Paul or Floyd Mayweather.
What about Jake Paul?
He's fighting both of them, all three of them at the same time.
Nice.
It's a real big event, this. So, yeah, obviously we wish him well on the show. I'll be attending. Unfortunately, I can't be in his corner, because they have to have like proper qualified boxing staff in the corner.
If it's a work do, if you're saying we, the show, support him, I feel like it should be an event that we should go to. Like, sponsored by Sweet Connection, which means I'm going along for free.
For free. Well,
you should pay for my ticket.
What
charity is it?
I don't know. It's just a charity boxing event. Now, I'm not saying boxing is dodgy at all.
That sounds very dodgy.
But I don't know exactly which charity it goes to. Probably Eddie Hearn's charity. It goes straight to Eddie Hearn's bank account.
Oh, fair enough.
That's good.
I won't be there. I'll be there in person.
I'll be there. So
yeah, FaceTime when you're there.
I think that we'll probably get another show in before he fights. But if not, I'll keep you abreast of the fight. So fingers crossed he wins. I think he will. He's got some fast hands, good cardio.
Look, whatever you took up in the bedroom, I don't need to know. Fast hands, good cardio.
Yeah, and then we start boxing. So what else has been happened? Oh, did you see that thing last week about the armed police in Felixstowe?
Yes,
you did. Do you want to explain to the listeners?
So there was a madman. I got a few. There's a bit of crime going around in Felixstowe at the minute, and I'll follow up that. So there was a madman waving around a fake gun on the seafront.
It was
on
a water
Sunday.
pistol.
But the police said it was the most realistic gun they've ever seen. Mainly because you don't really see many guns.
Did you see the picture of the gun?
No.
I mean, it was a little bit. It was camo.
Oh, right.
It wasn't like complete, but it was dark camo.
Yeah.
So from a distance, you just see it as like a black pistol, which, to be fair, but
yeah, and I'm pretty sure he's been let off
because he got into a car. Like, he was waving this gun around, which, I mean, first of all, you shouldn't wave any gun toy thing around, especially like a one that could be misconstrued as an actual gun. If it was bright orange, no one would care.
No.
But you have to be. So anyway, he's stupid for that. He then got into a car, and then the 5 people in the car were literally arrested, shoved into the ground, handcuffed on the ground.
Good.
Which is, you sort of feel sorry for the other people in the car, because it's not their fault that their idiot friend was waving around a fucking water pistol, is it? No. And suddenly they've got their faces in the fucking pavement. They've got armed police with AK-47s or whatever they have being pointed at them.
Good that they come out so quickly. Felixstowe have also been in uproar this week. Have you heard? Because we've had
about the travellers. That was literally the past couple of days.
Yeah. Apparently they've left.
They've gone now. Yeah.
But there was uproar, and they've been sort of threatening people with hammers and knives at the skate park.
Basically, one of our
just quickly, there was a fight in Greggs today.
Was there?
There was. Yeah.
Was that traveller related?
It was traveller related, according to Facebook. So it probably weren't, but according to Facebook, it was
a fight in Greggs.
But uproar
because basically they went into one of Felixstowe's parks. They broke through the gate and just parked their 6 caravans. They went into one of the supermarkets, stole a load of electronics, started like threatening children at a skate park.
Yeah.
It's just like, I'm all for, if you want to live your life travelling, that's fine. I don't care. But
if you want to marry your sister,
fine. But like, you are giving your kind travellers a bad name when you go and do this stereotypical traveller gypsy thing of being dodgy and starting fights and stuff. You are enforcing that stereotype that a lot of people have. Well, that's your own fault.
A lot of them are like sort of what's the word?
Illiterate.
Yeah.
Brain damaged.
No, like being scared off by locals because obviously there was that whole dog napping thing, and they ended up being travellers in different parts of Suffolk.
Yeah, that's the thing. They like to steal people's pets and stuff. Yeah. Park your caravan in a legal place. Why do you have to park it in a fucking park? Park it on the side of a road. It's perfectly legal.
Yeah.
Park it on the fucking seafront. Ridiculous. Yeah, what else has been happening? Me and Laura are going to a wedding in a couple of weeks' time, and on the wedding invite, it had a little section where we could request a song to be played at the wedding. And because I'm not bothered by that, I just left it blank. But then I got a message from the bride saying, "Oh, because you left that blank, what song do you want?" So I was just like, I don't know what. I left it blank because I literally do not know what song I was. Anyway, I just said a song. But then I was just thinking to myself, what would be the most inappropriate song to request?
I've got the perfect song.
Is it WAP?
No, it is a country western song.
Yeah,
and it is called "Dicked Down in Dallas." And I think the words. Let me find the lyrics. So I can get it right. So here's the chorus. She's getting dicked down in Dallas, railed out in Raleigh, tag teamed in Tennessee, analed in Austin, butt fucked in Boston, giving neck down in New Orleans, put me through hell, fucking someone else. Now I'm the one on my knees, praying she'll come back. Give me that sweet ass. But I already know that she's been getting dick down in Dallas. Dick down in Dallas. Dick down in Dallas.
I think we get the gist. Basically, she's being dicked down in various
after
cities.
Leaving her husband. I think you should have requested dick down in Dallas.
Because my first thought was WAP. You know, WAP.
Yeah,
the song
that's too generic.
Who sings that? Nicki Minaj? No, Cardi B.
Yeah. We sound well old.
Cardigan B.
Bardigan.
Cardigan Bardigan.
Yeah.
Wet ass pussy.
Yeah.
That'd have been good.
That's too mainstream though. Like people would know that.
Yeah.
But
there is that song.
It would have been.
Yeah. And there is also that song which is just N-word, 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 but just that on repeat. Obviously, they're not saying N-word, they're saying the actual N-word that I'm not going to say on the show because we're two white guys. But
that would get us cancelled.
That would definitely get, rightly so. But it literally, I think everyone knows the song that I'm saying. It's just N-word, 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 that for 3 minutes.
Oh, what else? You need like songs about like cheating and.
You need a song which sounds normal enough that she wouldn't check. Obviously, if I sent her back dicked down in Dallas,
if that song was just called Dallas, and
she would
Dallas
probably have checked that as she checked Wet Ass Pussy. But you needed a song that sounds generic and normal, but is fucking filthy. That would be the worst song to have at anyone's
what's that
wedding.
other song called? Hold on, it's another song that Cassandra plays in my car. That's really funny. Carry on, I'm going to have to try and find it on my Spotify.
Okay, just thinking, so what else do I do this week? I saved a bumblebee.
Did you? So did I.
Did you?
Yeah. How did you save it?
You tell your story first.
I was walking to an appointment, saw a bee on the floor, so I scooped it up on my paperwork and put it onto a nearby flower bed.
That's not saving it, because I'm guessing it was dead anyway. Or
no,
dying
because it was wiggling around, but I put it on a pollen plant, and then it...
A pollen plant?
Well, you know what I mean.
You mean a flower? Pollen plant.
Alright, well I put it on the flower, because it was on the floor, like, just walking. I was like,
Why don't you just leave it then? It's not in peril, is it?
Well, if someone could have stood on it, thank you very much. It was on a path. So I scooped it up, and I put it over onto the plant with a pollen on it, and then I waited a couple of seconds, and it got up and flew around.
Oh, that's good.
I'm pretty sure it buzzed in my ear and said, thank you, and flew off. I'm almost certain.
See, mine was a bit more dramatic because I was the centre of a bit of a controversy at work because I mentioned...
You shat on the floor again, didn't you?
No, because I've never shat on any floor at work. But I was talking about something and I mentioned how last summer a giant fucking bee came in my house and I killed it with a chopping board.
Oh, you
nasty I would
man.
Normally, wasps, I will kill a wasp.
Wasps deserve to
yeah,
die.
fuck, good, right? But this bee, was enormous, and it was
probably a queen bee,
and it got into my kitchen, and there was no way it could have got out, and I'm just like, I'm not just having this giant fucking helicopter.
Wait for it to land, put a cup over it,
it was pissed off because I was trying to hit it with a chopping board.
Well, maybe you did. Oh,
whatever. Anyway, so
you ruined that one bee. Probably actually killed thousands of bees.
I killed that one bee. Everyone was an outrage by this, and fine. Right,
have you not seen the signs around town about growing weeds? Pardon the weeds, we're feeding the bees.
Yes, right? I've seen the signs.
Yeah, and you think, oh, it's fine, I'll just kill this one bee, it doesn't matter. Yeah. You disgust me.
Anyway,
but scum. Go fuck yourself.
Sweet connection telling you to go and fuck yourself.
Yep. Anyway, but I was in the garden. I was doing some archery, as I tend to do, and
you shot a bee.
No, I didn't. I saved a bee.
That's a hell of a shot. If you shot a bee,
I know. You have to say fair play to that. I was doing archery, and I'd fired all my arrows to the end of the garden. I went to go pick him up, and at the end of my garden, there's like some small conifer trees, and I heard this like very aggressive buzzing, but also the sort of sound of buzzing where it's trapped in like a spider's web. And I had a look round, and this bee was being attacked by this giant spider. Sort of watching it for a few seconds, and I was just like, well, normally I'd leave it because it's nature, but then I had a flashback to that bee that I brutally killed, and I thought, maybe I owe it to bees. So I got...
Fuck spiders.
So I got 2 of my arrows, and I poked the spider, it ran away, but then the bee was still, like, trapped in the web, so I got the bee out, but then it was kind of a little bit caught up in the web.
Did you stab the spider?
I just poked it, and it was like, shit, fuck this guy. Yeah. But then as soon as I moved the bee out from the web onto the grass, it was still like all tangled up in the web. So I had to get 2 of the arrows and almost try and cut it free.
You had to try and like knit.
I was literally trying to unknit this bee. All whilst it was trying to, I could see its trying to sting my arrowhead. So I was like, please don't sting me. But I managed to get it free of all the web, and then it flew away. Off in the distance. Now, it is perfectly possible that spider bit it and it just flew away and then collapsed and died, but I'll never know. But in my mind, I'm now back on level terms.
What do you reckon that bee said when it got home? What do you reckon it said?
It's like, you would not believe the day I had. All right, first of all, I'm chilling, then I get attacked by a spider, which is normally, that's just casual being like.
Someone's trying to fucking operate on me, like it's fucking Grey's Anatomy.
With 2 fucking giant great arrows.
2 chopsticks.
It was literally, I had to put one of the arrows on the bee to keep it still whilst trying to, like, cut some of the web off.
You probably cut the bee.
I didn't cut I was careful not to cut the bee. I didn't hit it with the pointy bit. I was just resting the arrow on it to keep it still.
Again, I would just love to film your day-to-day life. Just imagine watching you like you are, like with these massive knives or arrows, just trying to free a bee. You're crazy.
Yeah.
But yeah, anyway, that bee got home and it was like, "How was your day, dear?" Oh, love. Don't fucking ask.
You would not believe the day I've had.
Oh, well, I hope they get you a thank you card.
So now I'm back on level pegging. So now
I don't know, because you did kill a queen bee.
It wasn't a queen bee. It was just a very big bumblebee. And there are no queen bumblebees. They don't have
queens. They don't need to.
They don't have hives. They are like sort of solitary creatures.
Yeah. I do like bees. Just hope there are spiders that come after you.
Nah, I'm fine with spiders.
Fuck them. Yeah. Look at me, my 8 legs. Fuck off.
With my 17 eyes and 8 legs.
Yeah, wow. Yeah.
No, I'm fine with spiders up to a certain size limit.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
So if I saw one on the wall and it was like a smaller one, or like one of those skinny ones, I'm fine with them.
Yeah.
If I saw a big house spider, although I'm not, terrified of it, I'm like, I'm going to have to kill you, unfortunately.
Yeah. I have to brace myself. I have to buy I can fucking do this.
Sometimes in my alleyway outside my back door, there's lots of spiders there, and sometimes I'll walk out of the back door to go towards the gym, and there's just a big house spider like chilling at face height, and I'm like, and then I have to just get away and kill it, unfortunately. I just feel a bit uneasy, and plus Laura is shit scared of spiders, so although I'm not necessarily scared of them, up to a certain size, I don't really want them in my house.
I used to be terrified of spiders, and there was one day where I was lying in bed, and I had like my lamp on or something, and I could see the spider on the ceiling coming down and going back up. Coming down, and it was like probably lying down, probably like level with my feet, and I was like, "This fucking spider."
Was it a big one or a little one?
No, it wasn't massive, but I was like, "This spider is like tormenting me," And I was like bricking it, thinking...
He's doing bungee jumps.
Yeah, and I was thinking one of these times is going to come for my face. So what I'd done is, do you remember like football annual books that used to get there about? They were about
they're like the thick magazine.
Yeah. I opened it halfway,
no.
And I was waiting for the spider to come back down, and when it went level with the book, I just snapped it. I just slammed my book on it, and I was that scared. I chucked the book out the window.
Spider's definitely.
This is about 15.
Haven't seen it since.
About 15 years. Moved out.
And he's here tonight. You just hear 8 knocks on the door
with a book hanging off his head.
Yeah.
So that's from the moment I was like, nah, fuck you all. I'm gonna take back my. So I'm a match annual. What was it? 2007 down. So if anyone has one that want to give to me that hasn't got a spider in it, I'll be more than grateful. Thank you.
That's good.
And that's my TED talk.
What else have I been up to? Oh yeah, I'm sure you'll find this funny. I've been watching a program about Jesus. It's called The Chosen, and it's like a real life take of Jesus' life before he gets nailed to a cross. So I'm not watching it because I've suddenly turned as part of the God Squad. I'm watching it because apparently it's just a very good TV show. And to be honest, I don't know. It's pretty good. I mean, it's quite period accurate. Obviously, like if you think of Jesus, you think of like a blue hair, blonde. Blue eyes, blonde hair.
Yeah, I think I went through an emu phase and dyed his hair blue. Yeah.
However, he was born in the Middle East 2,000 years ago, so everything's all kind of period and skin tone accurate.
Yeah.
And to be fair, although obviously you know all the main stuff about Jesus, I don't really know a lot of the quote unquote stories in that much detail. So they show like doing the water to wine and all that shit. But the only thing that makes me a little bit uncomfortable is that I went to look at some of the reviews of the show, and it is the sort of show which like a lot of the hardcore Christians love.
Yeah.
So all of the fucking reviews are just like, praise be to God for this wonderful show, accept him into your life and you will be reborn. And I'm just like, I'm watching the same show as these people who I would normally never share any common ground with, and I'm watching this show. But
I had a letter from the door the other day from a Jehovah's Witness, because they can't door knock now, can they? So they're sending letters.
Yeah.
Ridiculous. It's in my car, actually.
Yeah.
And it was something like, God has promised us a life of happiness once this virus has gone away and all that sort of stuff. I've been having a very religion-heavy day today. So I had that, and then I left the office today, and there's a church opposite the office, and they've got an advertising board, and it's a picture of a black snooker ball, and it says, without God, you are snookered. And then obviously now this story, I'm thinking,
that's pretty funny.
Yeah, I know, but
it's a very specific joke.
Yeah. Well, sucks to be them because I play pool.
It'd have been funnier if it had just said, without God, you'll be fucked.
Yeah, that's pretty much what you want to say, isn't it?
Because that would grab people's attention.
Never have I played snooker and been snooker and thought, oh God, if only God was on my side.
Yeah.
And actually, I have gone.
If only Jesus was here just to take my shot.
Yeah. You know, when you play like snooker games on like PlayStation and stuff.
I've never played a snooker game on PlayStation.
I have.
I bet you have.
Yeah. Normally they give you a little like guide of where the cue ball's going to go, make it a bit easier. Like when you watch snooker on TV, it says it as well. I didn't realise that was God. But no.
Anyway, this show is actually very good. It's called The Chosen.
What channel is it on?
You have to download an app. It has its own specific
Sounds a bit
app.
Ropey.
No, it isn't ropey. Like
if you've gone out of your way to download an app to watch this program.
It's free. It's a show.
That makes sense.
What?
It's free.
It's free, but you can choose to donate to the show. So it's basically like a crowdfunded show. I haven't. Fuck off. So you can watch it for free, but also you can donate money.
About it?
I just saw an advert on Facebook, and it actually looked quite good. Obviously, I don't want to spoil the ending for everyone, but I can't wait for when he gets nailed to the cross. But that seems to be a few seasons away.
I bet you can't wait for him to get nailed on the cross.
That seems to be a few seasons away. I mean, they've got a lot more to cover.
Well, he'll start shagging, won't he?
Well, no, he's. I think currently in season 2 he's 30 and he dies at 33. So they've got 3 years worth of.
Crossed.
I just thought that was interesting,
nice.
And it's a good show. So but yeah.
Any sex scenes in it?
No, but Mary Magdalene was a prostitute, and she was like one of Jesus' followers.
Yeah.
So, but no, it isn't like isn't Game of Thrones where they show sex and stuff. Oh. It's pretty clean because it is made by like a fucking Christian TV group, so it isn't bloody or sexy, unfortunately. Sexy Jesus. They're the show that I'd watch.
Sexy Jesus.
That's a show that I would pay money on the app. I would donate money for that. Anyway, on the note of Sexy Jesus, we're going to end the show. So thank you everyone for listening.
I'm going to go and have a wank over Sexy Jesus.
Just say that our last episode got over 100,000 downloads for that one episode. Very good. On Facebook. So, yeah, just say thank you everyone for listening. And stay safe, wash your hands.
Have you heard the breaking news that we're locked down for another 4 weeks?
Yep, we have, but we have no time to get into it. Woo! See you later, everyone.
Bye.
Bye-bye. So, Jason, where can you get more Sweet Connection in your life?
Well, Ben, we are on Facebook at Sweet Connection Podcast, and we're also on Twitter at SweetC_podcast. So you can give us a like or a follow.
And you can also find us on iTunes, Spotify, YouTube, and Podbean. So if you enjoyed the show, you can give us a rating or a review or recommend to a friend.
And if you wanted to email in a topic or a question or just say hi, it's thesweetconnection@outlook.com.
Massive thanks to CIPP and Carlyle Laurent for all of our jingles. Thank you for listening and catch you next time.